What's up, y'all? Welcome back for another build guide. Today I'm going to show you how to build a better Raven and where to get all the unique parts. This one's C-Class with 7,000 or more cargo depending on your skills and way more hab space than the original. Let's get started. However, if you just want to update the original Raven so you can afford to build the big C-Class one right now, just go into your ship builder and remove these nose cap Bs. Then pull the reactor and grav drive out on each side. Then you can get a 2x1 and pull it out. Make sure you've got a valid placement. Then place it in here and change it to whatever version you want. Then hit cancel. Grab another one, pull it out to this side here. Then place it back in there. Change it to a different variant that you would want inside and hit cancel. Then pull these Stroud Cap A's here up and out of the way so that you can place your reactor on top of one set of engines and your grav drive on top of the other set. Then you want to duplicate this twice. The second one should land inside the engine like that. Then you can delete the top two. Do the same thing with your grav drive. And replace your Stroud Cap. All I did there was once it snapped to place, hit flip and cancel. Now you should be able to leave the ship builder and you'll have much more space inside your original Raven. Alright, the first thing you're going to want to do is come to the Stroud Eklund Star Yard, which is located here in Narion. And talk to Havershaw.
Stroud Eklund, maybe. Oh, you.
Then modify a ship. Start with the Stability Pro landing bay. Go into cockpits. Get one of the Viking CP cockpits for now. Grab a Connect Pro docker. Place it behind your landing bay. Go into engines and get a SAL 6830 engine. If you don't have these, you need to complete the mission All That Money Can Buy and don't kill Slayton at the end. Look for a diplomatic solution. And that should unlock these at your Stroud Eklund dealers. Take this, place it on the back of the docker like that. Then we're going to duplicate and accept. Then we can select all, edit, and accept. Now we've got two engines placed in the same location. We're going to use that to get 6 right here. So duplicate and accept. Then select all, edit, and accept. That makes 3, 4, 5, and 6. After that, grab a 500T fuel tank. Get one of the AccuLander 11 landing gear. Make sure it's the one with connections on both sides. Then I'll be using a J51 Gamma grav drive. You can also use a 2x2 or a 2x3 if you want to grab one of these. Now's a good time to pick it up. I'll just be using a 2x1. Place it there, then you can place your landing gear on the other side and your cockpit at the front. Then get a few landing gear here. I believe if you get this many, that should be exactly what we need. Is that 2, 4, 6, 7? Place your grav drive on top of one of those. Then you can get your SF40 sheared flow reactor to place behind that. Go ahead and grab your shield if you want to. I'm just going to get the Assurance SG3000, place it on top of my grav drive. Go into structural and get a Horizon weapon mount and place that pretty much anywhere. Then go into weapons and we're going to get 3 of their Obliterator cannons. Be the Obliterator 250 Auto Alpha Beam. We're going to get 3 of these. And we'll put 2 on this weapon mount, potentially, if it'll allow it. There we go. And then I'm just going to place the other one under the cockpit here. Now we need to assign those weapons. And you should be able to leave the shipbuilder at this point and take what we've created over to the Deimos Star Yard, which is located in Seoul, near Mars. Once you get to Deimos, run down bottom to the vendor and modify the ship.
Today is the day. I think you'll be more.
And we just need to pull our weapon off for a moment so that we can replace this cockpit here with one of the Deimos bridges offered here. I'm going to get the one that offers 8 crew stations. Just place it right there and put our weapon back on top. Now we can leave this shipbuilder and go back to our outpost landing pad
When you get serious about your spacecraft,
with a builder. Once you get back to your outpost, interact with the console. And we can pull our cockpit off for now. Then delete the weapon mount and pull your grav drive, reactor, shield, and engine, as well as fuel tank off to the side, just one of each. And you can delete those. I'm going to pull that weapon off to the side for now as well. Go ahead and grab an NG6 landing bay and place that down. Then we want to go into cargo. Go ahead and grab a 10 ST hauler shielded cargo. Place it off to the side and get a Galleon S204 as well. In dockers, you can grab the 110 DP docker top. Place it to the side for now as well. Go into HABs, and then you can use whatever assortment of HABs that you want to recreate the shape that I'm about to show you here. As I mentioned earlier, you can use a 2x2 and place that right here. Then you can put 1x1s on either side with a 2x1 on this side. Or you can use all 2x2s like I have, a 3x1 with a 1x1. Doesn't matter as long as it creates this shape here. Then you want to place your bay in the middle of that, and you can connect your cockpit to the front there. Now we want to go into structural. Go ahead and grab an equipment plate, place it to the side for now. Next, we want to grab a Nova Cowling 2LTF, as well as a Stroud Cap A, a Stroud Cowling. Then we need a Stroud Nose Cap B and a Stroud Nose Cap C. Grab the Nose Cap C and place it up front here. Once it snaps to place, hit flip, flip again, and cancel. Then you can duplicate that. Make sure you've got a valid placement. Pick it back up. Once it snaps to place, flip, and cancel. Then you can grab a Stroud Cap A and place on top of that using the same trick. Then grab another one, make sure it's got a valid placement, then pick it back up and place it the same way. Then grab a Stroud Cowling and place behind each of those. Followed by one more Cap A behind the cowling on each side. Next, grab your Nova Cowling, change the variant to the 2LTM and place it behind the cockpit. Then get another one. Make sure you've got a valid placement. Change the variant back to the 2LTF and place it on top of the cockpit. Once it snaps, hit flip twice and cancel. Then you can get 2 more of these to go behind this one. Then change the variant to the 2LTA and flip it to the 2LBA. Then place the 2LTA on top of that and change the variant back to the 2LTF to go here. Then you want to grab a Stroud Cap A port 4, place it right here. Then you can duplicate this several times to create the sides. Do the same thing on the other side. After that, we can grab our Stroud Nose Cap B, place it under next to our landing bay like this. Get another one for the other side as well. Now we can grab a fuel tank, our grav drive, and reactor. Let's start with the grav drive and place a fuel tank at the front. Let's get 2 in front of it. Then we can get some below it like this. After that, we're going to grab our engine and place it near the grav drive. Let's go ahead and get another fuel tank here so that we've got them lined up at the same height. Now we can delete this extra fuel tank and pull our engine forward a little bit. About right there. Place it. And now what I'm going to do is hit duplicate and accept. Then I'm going to delete this original one. Then duplicate and accept again. Then delete this one. And I'm using this to walk the engine inside the grav drive. And you'll just have to do this several times until you get it partially inside the grav drive like that. Around this point, you should be able to highlight the fuel tanks and then hit select all, edit, and you see how it snapped over inside the grav drive like that. Now I can hit accept, and I can delete these fuel tanks from around that, grab another one to place in front of our reactor, and we're going to do the exact same thing with it. So just surround it with fuel tanks first. Then grab another engine. And let's make sure it's at the same height as our reactor. Pull the engine forward. And then we're going to duplicate, accept, and then delete in order to walk it into the reactor. So duplicate, accept, delete, and then just do that in rotation as it walks forward. And once you've got it partially inside the reactor, you should be able to select all, edit, and accept. Now we can delete most of these, but I'm going to use this to pull this combination over and out of the way, away from everything. And I'm also going to pull this landing gear here back out of the way. Now, let me grab these fuel tanks, pull them off of the top. We're going to select all on the main body of the ship and place this just like that with the reactor and engine combination on one side. Then we can hit accept. Now let's use a fuel tank by putting it on the front of the grav drive combo. And we can select all and use that to move this one over out of the way as well. Then pull the fuel tank back out. Select all, edit, and then we'll just place this on top of that right there. And we can bring this back forward a little bit, closer to everything else we're working with. I'm going to grab my Docker and place it between the engines. Once I pick it up, just flip it to get the bottom version and place it here. Now I'm going to grab these shroud caps here and pull them up and out of the way for a little bit. Take one fuel tank, place it on top of each side. You may have to place an extra one there so that you can bring one out here. Then you just want to duplicate the fuel tank several times in order to get one inside of the engine like that. Then you can delete the extras. Do the same thing for the other side. This one you're going to have to duplicate to get one on top. Then you'll duplicate to get another one inside the original. Then you'll have to go 2 more times to get one up top, one down bottom. Now we're going to select all, edit, and accept. Then delete the extras. Next, go ahead and grab your Galleon S204 cargo hold. Place it on top of one side. And we're going to duplicate this several times in order to get 2 inside the engine over here. There's our first one inside the engine. So let's select all, edit, and accept. Then delete one of those and both of these up top. So you should still have one on top of the one inside the engine so that you can then duplicate the one inside the engine. It has jumped down to the bottom, so hold on, let's just go ahead and place our landing gear there for now so it doesn't try to do that. Once your landing gear snaps into place, hit flip 3 times in order to get the one-wood connections on both sides again, and then hit cancel. Let's go ahead and get another one in the other side. Make sure you've got a valid placement, then shove it inside the engine on this side and flip 3 times, then hit cancel. Now let's duplicate that Galleon S204 cargo hold. And it should stay inside the original like that. You can hit accept, then select all, edit, and accept. Now let's pull this to the other side and get 2 inside over here. Duplicate it a few times. And we'll hit select all, edit, and accept. And delete both of these, one of those. And now we're going to duplicate this one, accept, select all, edit, and accept. Now we can remove that top one there. Let's grab this right here. I'm going to slide it into the cargo holds that we just placed. Hit flip, flip again, cancel, select all, edit, and accept. Now let's highlight that again to get another one in there. Now let's get 2 on the other side. After that, you should be able to duplicate your engine and accept, and select all, edit, and accept. Now we've got 2 over here. Do the same thing on this side. And we want to do that until we've got 3 on each side. Just make sure you've got everything connected before you move on. I'm just going to place the shield under one of these shroud caps here. Once it snaps to place, hit flip and cancel. Once it lands back where you want it. Now I'm going to lift up these two Nova cowlings, the Stroud cowlings, and the Stroud caps on the sides here. I'm going to place an equipment plate here and here on both sides, as well as two up top here. Or you didn't need to pick the cowlings up. I'm just going to go ahead and place those back down. Then get your Obliterator 250. Place one of those in the middle up here. Then you can get another one for each side because you can have a max of 3. After that, go into weapons and get PBO 300 auto alpha beams. Place one behind the obliterators on each side. Then go grab a fulminator suppressor and place it up front in the middle. And we're going to hit duplicate and accept. Now we've got 2 there. I believe you can have a total of 4, so let's just do that 2 more times. And assign our weapons. I would do the suppressor as your final weapon, but you can assign them however you like. Then I'm going to replace these Nova cowlings by having it snap to place, then hit flip and cancel. Same thing with the Stroud Cap A's. Now the only error that we should have now is too few landing gear. In order to fix that, all we have to do is highlight one of these and we're going to hit duplicate and accept. Now make sure you highlight the original again and we're just going to duplicate this until our errors drop down to 1. So that makes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we've dropped down to 1 error, so I'm going to select all, edit, and accept. And you don't have to place them all on the same side like I did here. We could delete a few of them and we'll just place them on this side. But since that one popped down there, it's okay. Just make sure you highlight this one. But once you've got it nominal, you should be able to leave the ship builder. If it appears under the plane like this, make sure that you view another ship and then come back to this one. Now I'm going to show you the one that I've been customizing here. Go inside and check it out. I'm actually using a Nova Galactic 2x2 living quarters in mine, and you'll see why here in just a second. Whenever we walk inside here, the Nova Galactic 2x2 living quarters is apparently the only one with a pool table. But that's personal preference. You can use whatever habs you want. Like I said, this could be a 3x1 down this stretch here, and then some 2x1s off to the sides. I've got a Nova Galactic armory over here that has the mannequins in it, as well as plenty of weapon racks and cases. We've still got some clipping inside, but your cargo hold and captain's locker are accessible. And the view's not that bad.
Time to join the stars.
As always, make sure your engines and shields are fully powered. Then I like to fully power my auto beams, and then I put half power to my EM weapon. Also had a request to see some combat in these, and let's go hop over to Serpentis and see who we can run into real quick. I'm just going to power down the EM to power up my grav drive, then highlight the EM again. That way I can power it back up quickly during combat. Let's just make sure that we are on very hard. No, let's fix that.
I love the feeling after a perfect jump.
Well, I do believe that should cover assembly on this one. As always, I hope this video helped you out, and if it did, please remember to hit those like and sub buttons down below, and I hope to see y'all here in another one. Later.